Alright, we're gonna try this. I'm filming on not so great phone. It's like probably 5 or 6 years old. It's an LG G7, so we'll see how it is. But wanted to give you guys an update. I've done a couple videos on the iPhone I have, and I can't get it to work. So that's kind of been frustrating. But first update, Lexi's gone. 2J Lexus IS300 is gone. So sold that for some cash so that I can get a couple other projects on the road. We're trying to get this thing on the road right now. Engine is pretty bad, rings are shot, head gasket's bad, so we're switching over to a 5.9 Magnum 360 instead of a 318. Have a little bit more power. It's currently got an 8.8 in the back. Nice little ratchet shifter. We're gonna get some harnesses, and we're gonna stick with the old transmission that came out of it and just put a 360 in there and see how it goes. I'm working on taking parts off right now, taking stuff off the front and taking the transmission off so I can get that block on the engine hoist and start putting it back together so we can stab it in the truck. He did get a quickener, 2-to-1 ratio steering quickener, so that's something we got to put on. It's going to go about here somewhere. It's going to be tight, but got to make it fit. Then we got to deal with all the wiring, questioning if we're going to put fenders on it. If so, how many inches are going to be left. Did this yesterday, tried to organize and clean my toolbox so I could actually feel like working, and yeah. Oh, I bought this thing on clearance a couple weeks ago. That was very exciting. Works just fine. I haven't had any issues. Let's see, what's the next update? Might be getting another Jeep. One of my mom's friends who passed away a while ago, still getting rid of some of his things, the next of kin, and we might get another Jeep, so we'll see how that goes. RX-7 was running and driving. I'll put a link down in the description of some donuts, and it's coming off an intersection and kind of spun out and hit the curb. So yeah, shattered the rear end in that. That's already gone. We've got a narrowed 8.8 with POSD limited slip and stuff, so that's going in there. Been working on some twin I-beam front suspension from a Ford Ranger. Got some brackets right there that I can now weld up and put in place. Then I've got some used Megan Racing coilovers from my IS300, so gonna see if I can make those fit. If not, we'll figure something out. But yeah, it's going good. Where's Fuji? Say hi, what do you got? Say hi, Fuji. Say hi, Fuji. Mount Fuji. All vicious. Fuji-san. So vicious. Alright. Trike is still in the same place. Mom's 94 Mustang is going to be going to a friend who wants to work on it, so not going to argue with that. But since it was sitting, we opened it up after some rainy weeks, and it was a little moldy inside, so we kind of pulled the interior. This is new. I found this on Facebook Marketplace for $1,000. 1974 Chevy Vega. It was already a V8 converted car with a Corvette motor. Came with a bunch of cool little knickknacks and parts. Took the wheels off the IS300, so my dad was playing around with that, and as soon as he put those on, I'm like, hey, this would look baller with a nice forest green, dark green paint job, and then a pearl white top for the summertime here in Palm Springs. With those wheels on it. So let me know what you think about that. Comment down below, because I would be excited to get this thing running. We've got this 400 small block Chevy out of a truck, so most likely a 4-bolt main. It's already had head gaskets done on it. We've went through a few pair of heads trying to find a good set, but it's got noisy timing gears, high flow oil pump, different converter on it, not sure what. But we've got a bunch of extra knickknacks for it, and we're gonna try and get it running on this engine stand before we throw it in the car. So the car's got quite a bit of work that needs to be done. We want to, because there's not really any paint left, we want to completely buff the welds in the chassis and stitch weld it, because from the V8 that was in there, it completely tweaked the chassis, and you can see where the paint's gone, and where the paint's gone it started to rust, and I would like to just kind of take care of that before it gets any worse. But currently I'm working on this, and just bear with me right now on the camera angles, because like I said, this is a new phone setup and my battery's gonna die. Ultimately, we're gonna see if we don't have to buy a new timing cover for the water pump, because the one that's on there has the same problem that this one does. It's eroding away where the high pressure is, where it goes into the block. So we're gonna put it together and see if it works, and if it overheats, then we know where we have to come back to. And this is a fairly new water pump, so we'll go ahead and clean that up, put it back on there. Gonna be fun and jagged. And we're probably gonna just sell this, or try to sell it. So nothing too pretty, nothing too special is going on to it. We're just gonna swap parts over, put it back together, do some gaskets that are required, and then we do have a shift kit for the transmission. We might do that, I don't know, but check this out. This is what I was talking about, the water pump. So yeah, we'll put it together, see how it does. I'm sure it'll go for another long while, but for someone who wants to keep it for the next 100,000 miles, which I'm not going to, it'll be just fine for the next 20,000 miles. Alright, news update. I found my fancy big socket to fit on the crank pulley and put it on my fancy big electric impact and hit it with the big fancy button, and it just went a lot of fancy times. So I think it's seized. Which raises the next question, how the hell am I going to get the transmission off? So probably going to make a mess, just pull it off without the converter and try not to hurt anything, and then I'll have access to get the torque converter bolts off, which is not the way I normally do it, but hey, what's normal? More fingers. Yeah. Check that out. Pretty clean, actually. Probably gonna replace the seal. just because it's out. Now I can get to those. And then there's a freeze plug over here I want to get out. And then valve covers to take a look underneath. And then clean up something. Probably get ready for work, so. Nasty things. And we're also going to need the oil pump off of this too, if it's still good. Whoa. So definitely going to clean this, prep it, get it ready to go on the other block. And then the oil pump wasn't ran with all this milky stuff in it. What had happened was my dad pulled the plugs out when we shoved it in back. I took the throttle body off to put it on the 5.9 when we got the 5.9 home. So yeah, it just kind of went in the engine. It didn't get filtered through the pump. So I'll just clean that pump out. We'll see if it's good. And swap it over, prime it, make sure it works, and then, yeah, then it'll be good to go. Just a quick side note, I did have footage of the container being delivered, but my phone system restored itself in my pocket, so I don't have that footage. Alright, I don't know how long this video is with the updates and this work and stuff like that, so I've had problems with the phones and videos trying to not find the videos, but transfer them over, and so I can edit them and stuff because of the iPhone, and I'm not an iPhone person, so baby's calling, I gotta go. Thanks for watching. By the time you see this project again on the next video, things will be clean. Transmission will probably be put back to this thing. Not really gonna paint stuff, just gonna clean. I gotta go. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on the video. Comment down below. Can't wait to see the Vega running. 1974 Vega in back. Running engine stand. See you guys next time.